You know, one thing I'm getting real tired of lately is fake One Piece fans taking every excuse to find and label One Piece as racist as part of some ongoing culture war that, let's be honest, One Piece really doesn't need to be a part of. So welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idol, and yes, unpacking One Piece's complicated casting decision to erase Alabasta's Egyptian roots. It is always something with these individuals. I mean, if you watched my stream last night, we touched on this a little bit. We talked about it for the first 15 minutes or so, but it bears repeating. It bears making its own video because not everybody watches the streams, and that's completely understandable. We gotta stop this nonsense. Do you really think that Netflix, the corporation out there that takes every single adaptation and changes it to fit the modern audience to try and make it more palatable, more diverse, is going to make conscious decisions to erase Egyptian roots? That is so beyond the exact opposite of the scope of what Netflix typically does, especially when you look at One Piece and realize that it's actually an incredibly faithful adaptation in terms of the casting, in terms of what they've been doing with the story. This is the most asinine argument you can make, and when you hear their reasoning, when you hear the reasoning from the Mary Sue, an awful shill outlet, you're going to realize exactly what I'm talking about, how nothing is ever good enough. So we're going to get into this article before we do hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, and I've been making quite a few of these One Piece videos as of late. And it's really getting on my nerves, if I'm being honest, as a One Piece fan. Now, mind you, this character is called Vivi. This character is Vivi, very white-looking character. Not really supposed to be a white character if you want to take, like, the lore into account, because the land she's from is, like they say, based off Egypt and a little bit of India. But, just point is, remember this face as we go through the article. We'll come back to it. It'll be kind of important. One Piece likes to assign real-world places to its fictional characters and settings to various degrees of seriousness. When asked to assign the Straw Hats real-world nationalities, mangaka Eiichiro Oda said Brazil for Luffy, Sweden for Nami, and Africa for Usopp. Basically, that was Oda's way of saying that he's supposed to be black, is probably what that means, but you know, them silly Asians, right? There's logic behind these decisions to various degrees of success and offensiveness. Now you know what we're in for. Now you know the type of article we're in for, because out the gate, we're saying, oh, the logic behind these decisions to various degrees of success and offensiveness.
Stop it. Get some help.
But it's Oda's decision-making process was clearly breezy, but there's other situations in One Piece where Oda makes his real-world inspirations incredibly deliberate. One classic example of this has always been Alabasta, which some fans spell Arabasta because of the dual nature of the Japanese R. Oda himself has said that ancient Egypt was the inspiration for Alabasta. And you know what? The inspiration for oh my goodness, I'm blanking on it now, but the second most recent arc in the anime was clearly Japan, very samurai inspired, Oda's homeland. That doesn't mean it's actually supposed to be a one-to-one representation. It's just an inspiration. These individuals can't even understand what an inspiration is as opposed to what a copy is, or what a reinterpretation is, or reimagining of. Like all these words have different meanings. If something, there's this old joke by one of the best stand-up comedians ever played the game called Mitch Hedberg, and he's like, oh yeah, I love when movies say inspired by a true story, because I could watch a bank robbery go down, and that could inspire me to make a movie about a gorilla. Like, yeah, when something is inspired by something, it doesn't mean it has to be a one-to-one representation, nor will it ever be. It's just, hey, thing gave me an idea for other thing. So when the casting for this character of Vivi, this character right here, has been announced, and it turns out, what? She's not Egyptian. People, fake fans, are losing their goddamn minds. But what makes it even crazier is it's not like they made her a white girl. Oh, that dreaded whitewashing. The same those fucking woke liberal retards always like to use whitewashing. No. She's still a person of color. She's just Indian instead of Egyptian. She's cute. She looks the part. She'll do a good job. But they're freaking out because she's not Egyptian. The woke lefties are still getting their way. They're still getting a strong woman of color to play the part of this character. But because she's not Egyptian specifically, they raising Cain. They can't even be happy when a strong woman of color gets the acting role, despite the fact that they claim that's what they've been working towards, in their whole woke crusade against us, gamer chuds and whatever, this whole time. Oh, you need to step aside, white man. You need to make room for other people of more diverse backgrounds. You need to make room for more colored people. You need to make room for more women. You need to stand aside and make sure that they get their turn because you've had control of Hollywood for too long. And you know what? First of all, that's retarded. I vehemently disagree. You're completely making shit up. But let's say I did agree. Well, congratulations. You got that. You got that with this casting right here. You got this beautiful woman of color here to play this role. But she's not the right kind of color. Is she not dark enough? Or let's be real, Egyptians aren't necessarily black. Is this one too dark? Like, I'm gonna need you to explain your own logic, and it's failing here because, this is the complicated feelings. Last week, Netflix and Tomorrow Studios rolled out several major casting announcements for the second season of One Piece. Primary among them was Cobra, King of Alabasta, who will be played by an Indian-American actor and Heroes alumni, Sindel Ramahurtli. Nefeltari Vivi will be played by Bridgerton's Kathrahira Chandraman, who is Indian-British. I want to make perfectly clear up front that based on skill and vibes alone, I think these are great choices. Full stop. Then that's all that matter. If based on skill and vibes alone, and I hate that I'm having to agree with your usage of the word vibes here, but frankly, yes, you do want to make sure when you're casting for a live-action adaptation, and there's already existing adaptations with the characters, both the manga, the anime, you want to make sure they match that same vibe. And then you also want to make sure they're a good actor or actress. Now, I don't know anything about these actors, actresses. I haven't seen them in anything else. I haven't watched Heroes since way back in the day, and I was very young, and I don't watch Bridgerton because, well, contrary to popular belief, I actually am straight. But the fact of the matter is, if you're getting vibes and they've got talent, clearly this is a good thing. You are upset that they are not the right nationality? That is beyond retarded, because it's this thing called acting. And folks are going to call me a hypocrite because several months ago I made a video talking about how Robin is potentially being cast as a Latino instead of as a Russian. And no, that's not hypocritical whatsoever. I don't care if Robin is played by a Russian. I care that she is the correct ethnicity. I care that she's the correct race, because so far, One Piece has done an amazing job about having their characters be race accurate. So no, the actress that plays Nico Robin does not need to be Russian. She can be Ukrainian. She can be Russian. She can be some sort of Slavic or Eastern European, as the character is in the manga, as the character is in the anime. But making her Latino is fundamentally different. That is a change to the character of Robin. Now, this right here, there's really no change to the character. Indian and British. Now, maybe I'm just maybe I'm some just dumb racist white guy. But I'm gonna be real. Neither one particularly look like this. And there are Indian inspirations, as you later claim in this article, for the country of Alabasta. It's not just a one-to-one for Egypt. It's an amalgamation of different cultures, including India and including Egypt. So unlike your Robin comparison, you are still getting what you want here. It's, again, I can't fathom your argument. I also have no interest in judging or shaming them for taking their roles. I spent 2006 to 2010 having a huge crush on Sindel. I could not care less about your fetishes here. On a very selfish level, I'm upset that his return to Pop Culture Digest cannot be on a more joyous occasion. He's part of what might be considered the only good anime adaptation of all time into live action. And you're saying this isn't a more joyous occasion? Are you retarded? It is impossible to see these castings which prioritize Alabasta's minimal Indian ties. So you admit there is Indian ties, but because it's more Egyptian than Indian, what the fuck is the argument of the woke left? How is it that folks like me and Hypno and Yellow Flash and all of them are called racist? When articles like this exist saying, oh, look at you don't have the right skin color for this role, despite the fact that even in the anime/manga, your real life race is an inspiration for some of the locations in this part of the story. Alabasta's minimal Indian ties over their incredibly prominent Egyptian ties and divorce the decision from the larger context of the world. This is... I can't even imagine, guys. No, we're not going to go through this article anymore. My brain is broken. You see what I'm talking about. You see what's going on here. These individuals that claim that we're the racists, that claim that we're the troublemakers online, that we're just a bunch of alt-right Nazis. We take a look at this. We take a look at characters like this, casting like this, and think, you know what? She's cute as long as she can act well. I'm okay with it. Let's see where it goes. I'll let them cook. We see characters like that and actresses like that, and we think, all right, let's go with it. They see that and what? That's the wrong skin color. And if it was something that was, like intrinsic to the character, I might be inclined to agree. However, when you read the manga, when you look at the anime, let's be real, the bitch looks white. So either way, you're getting your fucking brown chick. Shouldn't that be good enough? Isn't that what you've been asking for? Is that marginalized voices get their time to shine, get their time under the sun in Hollywood? Why? Why now? Why is it not good enough now? And at what point will you stop moving the fucking goalposts and just be happy that we've got a good live-action anime adaptation, something that, frankly, is relatively unprecedented, especially in the context of One Piece, which people are seeming to always come after as of late, because I've made multiple videos on One Piece as of late, whether it be because, some concept art made Usopp and every single other character in the anime lighter skin, or, again, the Nico Robin thing, where they're wanting to cast, if the rumors are true, a Latino to play her when she's clearly Slavic in origin. Like, everybody under the sun is talking ridiculous shit about One Piece lately. When it turns out it's awesome, I think they're just using the name of one of the most popular anime of all time for clicks, because they're not real fans. They're just out here trying to grift on the culture war, and that's what it boils down to. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you can find me at Bolt the Word, and please just subscribe. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, not always about One Piece or the live-action adaptation, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon, and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord, choose the articles I go over on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams, and of course get involved with over 80 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even further, because we do care about diversity, but only one kind of diversity of thought. If that's interesting to you, join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.